Hi.
Hi.
You see that ball rolling down Indian School Road?
I think I've seen two, like bouncing around the neighborhood lately.
Yeah, I totally dropped one of those.
I dropped one too. We dropped the ball with the handstand and meditation cross training, but we're back.
Take two.
So the last set of homework I gave you was the pelvic tucks in a forearm plank and the supported handstand against the wall. If you're just now joining us, you can check in with our first video that we posted last month and start to catch up now. So I'm gonna have you continue to do those exercises a couple of times a week. And I'm gonna add one more, actually two more exercises that you can do in your practice. So whenever you make it to the mat, just starting to incorporate them. The first one is called a hop switch, and it's a transition from downward facing dog into whatever posture you're being guided into, whether it be a warrior A or B or a crescent pose. So I'll walk you through that right now. You'll start in downward facing dog, and the right leg is gonna extend high. And we're gonna bump the left foot a little bit closer to your hands so you shorten up the distance that you're gonna be traveling. Now the gaze is gonna go forward, the arms are gonna stay strong and straight because that's your base. Now eventually you're gonna catch a handstand up there before you come down, but today and for the next week or so, it might start out more of as a baby little hop switch. So that bottom leg is gonna be really pliable, put some spring in your step as that right leg takes you up in the air. So a little jump up and then a switch to come down. Right leg goes up. Something like that. Let's try it one more time. So the right leg comes up, but it also comes down. As soon as it takes flight into the air, you're gonna work on pulling it down. Eventually the foot will land in between your hands, coming into a crescent pose. Yeah, good. And this is a nice exercise because it forces you to practice kicking up into a handstand on both sides, and we usually have a tendency to choose one over the other. Yeah, and one will probably feel a little bit more comfortable. So that's gonna be your first exercise for the next couple of weeks. The second is a regular handstand, but you're gonna be doing it on these blocks. Now when you practice this in class, at least while you're still getting familiar with it, I'm gonna have you use a wall for support. Right now I'm gonna act as your wall. So what this is gonna do is it makes it a little bit more challenging to kick up into a handstand. When we first chatted, you were having some difficulty with staying up there or falling over into a back bend. So the cool thing about doing it on these is when you take them away, you're gonna feel a lot more solid and stable. So it requires, why are we making it harder?
I'm not great at it. Does it matter where my fingers go on the block?
No, my hands usually kind of grip the outside of them just like yours are right now. So again, arms strong and straight, that's your base. And it just requires a little bit more effort to get those hips up.
Whoa.
Whoa. Nice. Still breathing while you're up there. Good. Okay. So that'll be it.
Okay. In our first video, I gave Gina a prayer to memorize, and then also an app to download, Equanimity for $4.99 on iTunes, and then also to get some friends on board to be doing these exercises, practices with her. Did you find some friends?
I've got some friends.
How many?
I've got 3.
3 people,
Yeah.
okay. And did you memorize the prayer?
I have.
Can you prove that?
I can.
Okay.
Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. It is in dying to self that we are born to eternal life.
What? Nice job.
Thank you.
Okay. So your next assignment is to begin to sit 5 minutes a day, reciting that in your mind, silently to yourself. On that app, it will track every single day.
Okay.
And so I can pick up your phone, take that app, and look at it, and it will have dated every sit and how long you sat for.
Okay.
And I will check in and
Okay.
check up on you. So you'll start tomorrow sitting 5 minutes a day, reciting that prayer in your mind. If you lose it, if a dog distracts you, if you get a distraction, you just start back at the beginning again.
Okay, and
just
it has a timer on there that I can set how long?
It has a timer on it, yeah, so you can set 5 minutes, No chimes, nothing else special to it. 5-minute set start, recite the prayer.
Okay.
It's nice if you do it at the same time every day, but if that doesn't work in your schedule, then just fit it in wherever it makes sense.
Cool.
Okay. We are doing videos and posting this because we are interested in helping other people expand their meditation practice and extend their handstand practice. If we get 10 people, 10 of you, on board with us, we'll continue to do this. And if we don't, we won't, because we can do this on our own and we don't need to post our progress and exercises that are helpful. So, if you would comment below, I'm in, I'm in, I'm in. You can put hearts, smiley faces, whatever, but I'm in, and 10 of you in the next week, if we get 10, we'll continue to do this and post. And then we're also gonna check in with you, those of you who say that you're gonna get on board with us. We're gonna check in with you and go, did you do your homework? Because as we learned from the first video, accountability is really helpful in checking in with each other and going, did you do your homework? And so we wanna add that.
Yeah, we would love for you to join us.
Yep.